The Carpentries is Carpentries. The Carpentries is a nonprofit organization that teaches software engineering and data science skills to researchers through instructional workshops. The Carpentries is made up of 3 programs areas: software carpentry, data carpentry, and library carpentry. The Carpentries workshops have been run internationally, including workshops at the Smithsonian Institution, the Australian Research Data Commons, CERN, and in Antarctica. History. Software carpentry workshops began in 1998 as week-long training courses by Brent Gorda and Greg Wilson at Los Alamos National Laboratory. The Software Carpentry Foundation was formed in 2014 alongside the sibling foundation, Data Carpentry. These organizations were merged in 2018 to form what is now known as the Carpentries. In 2018, Library Carpentry became the 3rd lesson program of the Carpentries. Workshops. Carpentries workshops are 2-day workshops led by volunteer instructors who have been certified through the organization's training program. Content covered in a standard workshop includes using the command line and an introduction to a programming language such as R or Python. Workshops under the Data Carpentry program focus on specific subject domains, such as life sciences or social sciences. A software carpentry workshop is designed as an active learning and collaborative experience. The lesson content is hands-on with practice following instructors' live coding, while helpers are ready to assist students and keep the class pace. Training covers the core skills needed to be productive in a small research team. Tutorials in the lesson alternate with practical exercises where collaboration is attempted. There is a collaborative document where the learning process is constructed. Lessons. Stable lessons. All lesson content under the Carpentries curriculum are licensed openly under Creative Commons licenses. Before being adopted as an official Carpentries lesson, new lessons go through a series of stages designed to ensure they are sufficiently documented to be teachable by instructors outside of the initial author group. The Carpentries shares the Carpentries community-developed lessons. There are 3 core topics: the Unix shell, version control with Git, and a programming language Python or R. Curricula for these lessons in English and Spanish: select lessons only, and also Data Carpentries lessons, which focus on data organization, cleanup, analysis, and visualization. The Carpentries community-developed lessons. There are 6 stable lessons in total. The Unix shell. This lesson comprises the Unix shell organization. This is a power tool that allows people to do complex things with just a few keystrokes and automate repetitive tasks. Use of the shell is fundamental to using a wide range of other powerful tools and computing resources. Version control with Git. This lesson comprises version control with Git. Programming with Python. This lesson comprises programming with Python. Plotting and programming in Python. This lesson comprises plotting and programming in Python. Programming with R. This lesson comprises programming with R. R for reproducible scientific analysis. This lesson comprises R for reproducible scientific analysis. Data Carpentries lessons. Ecology lessons. This lesson comprises ecology workshop. Genomics lessons. This lesson comprises genomic workshop. The data use in this lesson is part of the Lenski experiment. This lesson starts from thinking a genomic research, using the terminal to assess quality, and goes until variation analysis. Social lessons. This lesson comprises social science workshop. Geospatial data lessons. This lesson comprises geospatial data. Community developed lesson. The Carpentries community is committed to a collaborative and open process for lesson development and to sharing teaching materials. The Carpentries incubator contains lessons developed by community members. These lessons follow a life cycle that begins with pre-alpha, where only the concept is offered, and ends with beta, where the lesson is taught in a workshop by instructors other than the authors. There are 4 stages: pre-alpha, alpha, beta, and stable. Pre-alpha is the draft from the initial lesson idea. Alpha's goal is to collect and incorporate feedback from learners and co-instructor. The two lessons in beta stages are reproducible computational environments using containers and data harvesting for agriculture. Carpentries Incubator has approximately 30 lessons available in alpha stage, ranging from a spreadsheet to a database through Python for humanities and metagenomics. There is another main way for community members to share lessons material: the Carpentries Lab, which is a repository for high-quality, peer-reviewed, short-format lessons that use the teaching approach and lesson design from the Carpentries. It is also possible to get peer review on the content of a lesson by submitting it to the incubator through Carpentries. The lessons from both Carpentries Incubator and Carpentries Lab can be taught in meetups, classes, or as complements to a standard 2-day Carpentries workshop. Independent learners can also benefit from the lessons, including those from outside the workshops. Other language lessons. The Carpentries community has developed Spanish versions of its core lessons, which are the Unix shell, version control with Git, and are as a programming language. In 2021, the stable lessons available in Spanish are La Terminal de Unix, El Control de Versions con Git, are para análisis científicos reproducibles. Funding. The Carpentries is fiscally sponsored by community initiatives and funded through a combination of memberships, workshop fees, grants, and donations. The Carpentries has over 70 member organizations, including the Software Sustainability Institute, the National Institute of Standards and Technology, New Zealand eScience Infrastructure, and Compute Canada. In November 2017, the Library Carpentry program received a supplemental Institute of Museum and Library Services grant in partnership with the California Digital Library, valued at $249,553. In November 2019, the Chan Zuckerberg Initiative and the Gordon and Betty Moore Foundation announced a joint award of $2.65 million for the Carpentries. References